Hello everyone. In today's session, we'll see the basic concepts of thermodynamics. Like what is thermodynamics, its application along with its two approaches, various terminology used in thermodynamics, types of thermodynamic system, properties of system, reversible and irreversible processes, and finally thermodynamic equilibrium. So let us begin the session with what is thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is basically a combination of two Greek words, therm and dynamics. Therm means heat and dynamics means motion. So thermodynamics means motion of heat. But the question arises how a heat can move. Heat energy can be moved from the source to the end by the law of heat transfer by conduction, which you cannot see but only feel it. Therefore, thermodynamics is a branch of science which deals with relations among heat energy and work done by the heat energy. Let us list some of the applications of thermodynamics. Thermodynamic principles is followed in an internal combustion engine, which is used in all kinds of automobiles, steam engines, steam turbines, gas turbines, and in power plants for power generation. Now let us take the power plant as an example to explain various thermodynamic approaches to generate power. A boiler converts water into steam, which in turn rotates the turbine blades connected to a shaft. This shaft is coupled with a generator shaft to produce electricity. In the boiler, when the water is heated, the temperature and pressure will increase. This can be measured with two approaches, microscopic approaches and macroscopic approaches. Similar to matter, water also has a large number of molecules. While heating, each molecules will have a certain position, velocity and energy for a given instant of time, and as a result of collision, there will be frequent changes in the values of the above variables. Taking the values of each and every single molecules and summing up, these values will give us the exact value of its variables like temperature and pressure. This is called microscopic approach. It is to be noted that 1 mole will have 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. So it is slightly impossible to measure the behavior of every individual molecules. Hence, it will be convenient to study the behavior of many molecules in a matter. For example, pressure and temperature are measured easily with the help of measuring instruments. This is called macroscopic approach. Proceeding further, coming to the burning candle to know about all this terminology. Thermodynamic system is a definite space or area in which the transfer of mass or energy or both takes place. Water in a heat exchanger, lubricating oil in an engine are some examples of thermodynamic system. Next comes surroundings. Anything outside the system which affects the behavior of the system is called surrounding or environment. For example, if air conditioner is the system, then air inside the house and outside the house is surrounding. System and surrounding are separated by a boundary. Boundary may be fixed or movable and real or imaginary. It will not occupy any volume or mass in space and has zero thickness. Boundary and surrounding together comprises a universe. Thus, system, surrounding, boundary and universe are the basic concepts of thermodynamics. Now let us analyze the working of a car engine to discuss different thermodynamic system. You are watching the working of an IC engine. The inlet valve opens and air is drawn in during the suction stroke. You can see in the figure 1. we can see that both the walls are closed during the compression stroke. Refer the figure 2. The piston moves upwards and compresses the air at high pressure and temperature. No mass transfer takes place as both the walls are closed until the piston reaches the top dead center. This is an example of a closed system. Thus, in a closed system, there is no mass transfer but only energy transfer from heat to mechanical work across the system boundaries. Only heat and work interactions are observed within the system. It is also called control mass system. Next is the open system. Now after compression and expansion process, next is the exhaust. You can see the exhaust valve opens and both mass and energy transfer takes place. In an open system, as both mass and energy transfer takes place, it is also called control volume process. Thus, an exhaust stroke of an IC engine can be called open system. Isolated system. A system which is not affected by the surrounding is called isolated system. Here, no heat and mass transfer takes place. For example, when a hot water is poured in a thermos flask, the outer surface is insulated. So, no heat and mass transfer takes place from the flask to the surrounding. We can call this system as an isolated system. Thus, the types of thermodynamic systems are closed system, which allows energy transfer but does not allow mass transfer. Next, open system, which allows mass as well as energy transfer. And the last is isolated system, which neither allows mass transfer nor energy transfer. Next, we'll see the properties of a system. Properties of a system is a measurable characteristics of a system that is in equilibrium. Properties may be intensive or extensive. Intensive properties. The properties which does not depend on mass of the system are called as intensive properties. Extensive properties. The properties which depend on the mass of the system are called as extensive properties. Now, how to find out the given property is intensive or extensive property? Consider a system in which you can see a system over here, in which we have a substance having mass m, volume v, temperature T, pressure P and density rho. And now we divide that system by making a partition. Then we see that temperature, pressure and density remains constant because they are independent of the amount of mass. So they are intensive properties. While the properties which reduces on partitioning of the system like mass and volume are known as mass dependent properties or extensive properties. Extensive properties. Next is specific properties. The ratio of any extensive property of a system to that of the mass of the system is called as specific properties. State postulate. The number of properties to fix the state of a system is given by the state postulate. The state postulate requires two independent intensive properties to define the state. Let's see thermodynamic state. Any condition of the system is known as the state of the system. By any measurable characteristics like pressure and temperature, we can identify the state of the system. Thermodynamic processes. Change of state is called process. when the system changes from one equilibrium state to another state. You can see here the system is changing from state 1 to state 2. So this is a process. Next is thermodynamic cycle. To bring the system back to its original state is called cycle. Number of processes done in sequence to bring the system back to its original state from where it is started, then the system is said to execute a cycle. In the figure you can see that a process, it is starting from state 1 and coming to state 2, and from state 2 it is coming back to state 1. So this is a cyclic process. Next is reversible and irreversible process. Reversible process. It is that kind of a process which can be reversed in direction following the same path and without leaving any effect on the system and the surrounding. So on observing this statement, you will find three conditions, that is reverse in direction, following the same path, and without leaving any effect on the system and the surrounding. These are the three conditions. If all the three conditions are satisfied, then only we will say the process is reversible process. For example, if water is cooled, it forms ice, and when ice is heated, it again comes back to the state of water. Second example is motion of a pendulum. Now if any of the three conditions are violated, either 1, 2 or 3 conditions are violated, then we say that the process is not reversible. It is irreversible process. For example, if we put an egg on a pan and heat it, it will get cooked, which cannot be brought back to its original form. So it is irreversible process. Similarly, burning of wood is another example of irreversible process. So for the process to become reversible, all the three conditions, which are there, reverse in direction, following the same path, and without leaving any effect on the system and the surrounding. These three conditions are satisfied, then only it will be reversible processes. But in reality, no such processes as reversible process can exist. Next we will see the thermodynamic equilibrium. Thermodynamic equilibrium consists of 4 equilibriums. They are thermal equilibrium, mechanical equilibrium, chemical equilibrium, and phase equilibrium. For the system to be in thermodynamic equilibrium or complete equilibrium, all these 4 must be satisfied. If any one of this is not satisfied, we cannot say the system is in thermodynamic equilibrium. We will see one by one. First, thermal equilibrium. That means equality of temperature. If the temperatures are not equal, then there will be a heat flow within the system. Then in that case, system will not be in thermal equilibrium. Next is mechanical equilibrium. That means equality of forces. All the forces arising due to pressure should be same. That means the pressure should be same at each and every point of the system with time. Means pressure should not change with space or pressure should not change with time. If that condition is satisfied, we say system is in mechanical equilibrium. Next is chemical equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium means chemical composition should not change with time. That means within the system, chemical reaction should not take place. If that condition is satisfied, then the system will be in chemical equilibrium. And the last is the phase equilibrium. Mass of each phase, that is solid, liquid or gaseous, should remain constant with time. That means if the system is comprising of more than one phase, then mass of each phase should not change with time or remain constant. If this condition is satisfied, then the system will be under phase equilibrium. That's all for today's session. Hope your basic concepts of thermodynamics have got clear with this video. Thank you.